Okay, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking as briefly as I can, because I don't want to make this too long. I want to try and make it as easy to understand as possible. We're going to be talking about stacking waves of minions in lanes or slow pushing. Okay, so I head over here onto the off lane, and the first thing that I do is I take out all these ranged minions. This wave has been pushing itself, so we need to clear the whole thing. Slow down here because we've got a couple of minions already, and now we have a fresh wave coming against us. So we take out the rear minion, and then we've got just melee minions against our full wave with a ranged minion. So I don't do any damage, and I just go for last hits. Now at this stage, as you can see, I've got quite a bit of power on, so I could last hit a lot earlier, but I try to do the last hits as late as possible, and the reason for this is that I want more time for the next wave to catch up with me. Okay, so we quickly get rid of that little sleaze bag and then get bugged by a red Grux. This is so hard to do in solo. Okay, so once this guy buggers off, as you can see, we actually have a bunch of ranged minions. So we have a siege and we have 2 ranged minions. We have a big wave of melee minions. So again, we come up, we take out the 2 ranged. Probably should prioritize the siege, which is the big guy, because he does the most damage, and then just go for last hits. And then we have to take this guy out again because they're annoying as shit. Alright, so now we've got we've lost a couple of our melee minions, but it does not matter because those ranged minions are the ones that are going to be doing all the damage. So we take out the back guy, and then we sit here again and we just wait. And we wait. As you can see, another wave is caught up. So we've got more melee minions as a cushion for our ranged minions, and we've added more ranged minions to our stack. And then we come down again. So as you can see now, we've got what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 ranged minions and a siege minion, and these will just absolutely demolish towers. So once again, just go for those last hits as late as possible, or you don't even really need to go for them at all. The main priority is that you take out the ranged minion. Now, as you can see, this does quite a fair bit of damage. Those ranged minions can easily take out towers on their own, and that is why we do this. We get this wave to stack up, and you see all them ranged minions by me just doing horrible amounts of damage, and we allow this wave to sort of stack up upon itself and then push itself down off lane. And while this is happening and we know that it's pushing itself, that leaves us free to go mid and right and start pushing those lanes. And then because we have a presence in those lanes, the enemy team is going to have to leave. They're going to have to leave what they're doing, come to mid and come to right to defend. All the while this lane is just pushing its way down and reaches an inhibitor, and then one of them will have to leave, and it puts you at a massive advantage where you know, 1 or 2 people go left to defend that, and then you have numbers advantage. Okay, so we'll skip back to the start again just to make sure. I don't want this to go too long, as I said, but just to make sure that you grasp the concept. So here we are, we're on offlane again, just this same footage. This wave here is nothing. This is a wave that's pushed up. Okay, so what we generally want to do when we get a new wave of enemy minions, we want to take the ranged minion out because they do more damage. So they're doing more damage to all our minions, which means that they kill all of our melee minions at the same rate, and then they start to damage the rear minions. We want to keep as many of our melee minions as possible because they provide a buffer for our ranged minions so they do not get hurt, and then a new wave can catch up and reinforce ours. So we want our wave to be as reinforced as possible. So now if you look at the minimap, you can see there's another wave coming again, and we still have this wave intact. Okay, so by the time we finish this wave, even if Grux hadn't intervened, we would have still had maybe two melee minions left, and then got a new wave. Okay, so here in this instance, try to do as much damage as possible to the siege first, get him out because he will do a lot of damage when he fires, and then go back to doing those last hits. So this is what is known as either stacking lane waves or slow pushing. Okay, so when you slow push, by the time we had got to the river, we would have stopped and we would have let it push itself, because we already would have had a wave or two already doubled up. So we would have had a good buffer on melee minions, and we would have had sort of 2 waves of range minions. And by the time they had finished that next wave, or maybe half of the wave after, they would have been reinforced again, and we would now have a triple wave. And it'll just get stronger and stronger as it goes along, and it leaves you free to go and do other things. So next time you come over and defend your, say, left inhibitor, instead of just clearing a wave and letting your minions push forward close to the river and then just leaving it, take out that rear minion on the next enemy wave that comes through, okay? And then last hit the rest of the minions, and then leave it to push, because it will reinforce itself and it will get stronger and stronger, and it will continue to push down and put pressure on the left lane, or any lane really. It doesn't work too well on mid lane because it's very well guarded most of the time, but on one of the side lanes it's just so beneficial having a lane pushing itself, so you can go somewhere else and apply pressure in other places. It's an extremely good tactic. It is what helps a lot of teams win a lot of matches, because like I said, someone at some point is going to have to rotate over and defend that, which then means that you have numbers advantage somewhere else. Okay, so I hope you understood that, guys. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, or how to do it, and the importance of it. If anything was unclear in any way, shape or form, leave me a comment down below and I will answer your question as soon as humanly possible. But apart from that, if you did like this video, please drop me a thumbs up down below, leave me a comment, let me know what you think, and subscribe for more Paragon content. But with that said, guys, that is all for now. So thank you so much for watching. I love your face, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.